evil. The problem of evil is basically this: how do we believe in a loving God when there is so much evil in the world? How do we hold these two opposing forces together? Like, have you ever tried to put two magnets together when they're not attracted? You know how they twist and turn and try to get away from one another, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't get them to snap into place? That's a picture of what it's like to struggle with the problem of evil. What Habakkuk reveals is that part of the way that we faithfully struggle to align or make sense of these opposing forces is to lament. Because lament tells the truth about the world and our lives. It tells the truth about the problem of evil, but it is addressed to God. So lament tells the truth about the evil in the world, but it also refuses to count God out. You see, if we eliminate God from the struggle, which many people understandably do, we still have bad things happening. And perhaps then we're called to reimagine or recreate our justice systems. But we don't have an existential or a spiritual problem. We eliminate the problem of theodicy, the problem of evil. We remove God, we remove one magnet, and so all we have left is the truth that there is evil. We don't have to figure out the problem of why a good God allows it. We just have a fact. There's evil, but we don't have theodicy. In a way, we've solved the problem of evil. Tish Harrison Warren says this: if there is no one to keep watch with us, no one we can trust to look out for us in the nights, then anything that happens, however good or bad, is sheer chaos, chance, and biological accident. But belief in a transcendent God means that we are stuck with the problem of pain. Lament also sticks us with the problem of evil, because it tells the truth about how bad things can get, but it tells that truth to God. And so, lament is an expression of belief, because lament refuses to eliminate the problem. It refuses to eliminate God. And so, lament is actually an act of trust. Lament reveals and strips away the systems and control mechanisms we have used to order our world and to make sense of it. And it leaves us abandoned to whatever God will do next. It opens us up to God as God is. Instead of demanding that God be who we need God to be or who we thought God was, or asking of God things God never promised. With lament, words become a way of telling the truth, but also of exposing the truth about what or who it is we really trust. We realize that we have trusted that we could be perfect parents and have perfect kids, or we have trusted a certain relationship, or we have trusted our resources or our smarts, our can-do attitudes and our hard work ethics. We have trusted our capacity to learn, to grow, and to always be getting better. We have trusted our ability to be our best selves. Lament exposes these things in us, but as it does so, it also opens up space, capacity in us to trust God. Prayerful lament becomes a collaboration tool, because it leaves room for God to act in new ways as we tell the truth, allow our idols to be exposed, and then open ourselves up for God's response. Pete Enns puts it well. He says, lament dares us to risk letting go of a well-behaved and predictable system and swap it out for one where faith and trust in God, not certitude and order, are the beginning, middle, and end of our journey.
And if you, like most of us, and definitely me, are in a place where you need to lament and you need a starting point, check out the Psalms. There are several Psalms that are lament Psalms that you could read through and pray through. Some of the ones I might suggest to you are Psalm 6, 10, or 42. Or if those don't resonate with you, you can always do a quick Google search and loads of other ones will come up. But let's take a look at one of my favorite lament Psalms, Psalm 13. It says this: "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemies be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God, light up my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemy say, I have prevailed over him, lest my foes rejoice because I am shaken." Did you hear that? That was a sad list. But the psalm doesn't end there. It continues on. The second part of a lament psalm has a different tone to it. It isn't sad, but it is a list. It is a list of things that the writer knows to be true about the character of God and his faithfulness. Listen to this. "But I have trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me." The second part of the lament psalm focuses on the character of God and his faithfulness. Because a sad list all by itself isn't a lament. As you move through these psalms of lament, there is sort of a flow or a template or an outline to them. They start by acknowledging God. How long, O Lord? And then laying the sad list before him. Your friend's wedding, your grandpa's funeral. And then they always have a but. And Carissa and Curtis have been telling us that we always need to pay attention to the buts in Scripture. And then they either list characteristics that they know to be true about God or remember anchoring moments in their lives when his faithfulness and provision came through for them. Maybe one of those moments could be your baptism. Maybe one of those moments could be an unexpected check in the mail that you needed. Maybe one of those moments could be a text message from a friend when you were in a dark and sad place. Maybe you're in a space where you've got some uncomfy feelings that you need to bring to God. Maybe you need to take some of those lament psalms and read through them and pray through them and meditate on them as though they are your own words.